If you're from this area, chances are you've heard the name Thomas A. Johnson and the wonderful high-quality furniture that he and his team handcraft right here in Lynchburg. I really enjoyed getting to chat with Thomas about his talent, his craft, and about his mission to teach others about the art of woodworking. Here's Thomas.
If you look at just the Thomas Johnson furniture, we accomplished nothing in that we make furniture and we sell to people and we make money and that's it.
That's not a bad thing.
I know, but it has to go beyond just making furniture and selling furniture and being rich and sitting on the hill and everybody else is beneath you.
Okay.
You want to make sure that the ancient trade of woodworking is kept intact. Unfortunately, today we don't see that. You know, everything is just going to China, going to third world country. But America has all the raw materials, the resources that we need to use here instead of shipping to China or other countries. Sure. So I think there's the need to focus in on technical education. And that's why, you know, me thinking about technical education is a big deal. It's not a vision, it's a cause, and I think America needed to look into that seriously.
So what you're doing is, so it's almost, yes, technical education, absolutely, I think a must-have in this day and age, but you're trying to sort of do your own technical education by teaching folks to do what you do here.
Well, technical education under woodworking is broad. Woodworking consists of carpentry, joinery, cabinet, and furniture making. Okay, so if we are able to set up this school on Mayflower Drive, I think that it will become a model for the rest of the country to look at. So it's a school where it's a campus where you come into the village, you see a technical school, you see a business incubator, and then you see small business startups. So you are training entrepreneurs. You know, in the days of Jesus Christ, he chose 12 people. Right. He taught them for 3 years. He didn't keep them to himself. He sent them out. Wow. And look at propagation of Christianity today. So I believe that to save American woodworking industry, these are some of the principles we have to apply.
That makes complete sense. Okay, so I would imagine then you have a plan to teach some folks. How are you hoping to do that?
I have a plan. I have the buildings. I have most of the things, but sometimes ideas or dreams at some point has to disintegrate into hard working. Sure. Of course, I do work hard, yes, but it's not easy. You need some funds and some other expertise to team up with you to make it become a real deal. So for me, living in the heart of Virginia, it's a great thing because I've learned so much in Lynchburg. And so I was hoping that I could, garner or mobilize enough interest so that together we can build this model and then, let the rest of the country realize the need to training entrepreneurs in woodworking industry. Now, if this model can be applicable to other area of specialty, great. Right. Because we need to save America woodworking industry. In so doing, we will be able to export to the Chinese and other third world country.
Instead of all of theirs coming here, we're going to be able to send some of our work and the great craftsmanship that we have in this country, send it and export it.
Yeah, because for me it doesn't make sense if we have the raw materials, the natural resources, and cut the trees and ship them to China, and in exchange for added value products. Right. And then we pay more money for what we buy from them. Okay. Then borrow from them when we are broke. It doesn't make sense. Right. Economically, it doesn't make sense. Socially, it doesn't make sense. Across the board, it doesn't make sense.
Well, let's do this. Let's take a quick break, and then I want to come back and talk to you a little bit more and find out maybe how the public can help you with this mission and this dream that you have to teach the trade of woodworking. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. We've been talking with Thomas Johnson of Thomas Johnson Furniture here in Lynchburg, and we're talking about sort of the technical, the trade school, the community that he's trying to put together to teach the art of wood making, and in this case, furniture making, and you do it so well. And so you're wanting to teach folks and keep this trade alive in this country and in Virginia.
Yes, that's the whole idea. In that, when those English set sail on the high seas to come to the United States, some of them had skills. So that's why America was able to become America. And so when they got here, discovered a river called Powhatan River, which of course they changed it from Powhatan River to James River. Right. And then, the second set came in 1620 by a ship called Mayflower. Right. Thomas Johnson arrived in Virginia, in the heart of Virginia, right, in Lynchburg, on the banks of the James River, and bought a property on Mayflower Drive. What a story. Right. So, that makes him the modern settler. So that's why, for me, it's important to make sure that going forward, next 100 years, Americans are going to learn a skill set to preserve that which the ancient settlers put in place.
Right. And that's what you're hoping to do. Now, I have to ask, though, because people hear your accent. We know you were not born here. You are from Ghana. Right. So is there a different perspective? Is that why you feel you can kind of come in and sort of see things that maybe we Americans don't see and are missing, and that's what you're trying to supplement?
That's correct. Probably Americans see it. Americans see those things, yet I think that they don't see the value of the American history. And so many a time we don't even hear American politicians talking about American history. Right. And so America is left behind. It's either Republican or Democrats, right, conservative or liberal. Right. And America is lost. Right. So that's why I think that we need to encourage people to understand American history so that they would embrace America, the greatest.
And kind of go back to our roots and go back to the art of doing these kinds of trades and go back to the basics. Maybe that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, that's right. Let's go back to the basics. Let's start adding value to our natural resources by learning a skill set. Technology today is everywhere, right, but we have less technicians.
So let's teach them.
Okay. Yes.
So real quick, we're almost out of time. We could spend all day here, but for anybody watching who would like to help build this community school, this technical trade school, if you will, what can they do? What do they need to do?
Well, we have a few products that we are trying to produce enough of to sell. Okay. Because this day and age, nobody has the money, right, so it's hard for people to say we want to donate. So for me, it's do or die. I am willing to be part of American solution. So if I have to use the drops of my sweat to make this cause become realized, okay, I am willing to do it. So we have Heather Heritage Table, which is made out of recycled wood. Okay. So, and then some small other tables that we are making enough of so we can generate the revenue we need. So anyone who buys a table becomes a charter member of the school.
All right, I'm telling you, just beautiful, incredible work, and some of his furniture is carried by other stores throughout the region, but if you'd like more information, you can give him a call at 509-5045. Great website, thomasjohnsonfurniture.com, and if you want more information or would like to support the Mayflower Landing Project, it's mayflowerlanding.org. Really great cause there.